Yo, good morning. How are we doing? What is happening? DW coming in first. Let's go, Mr. Tilt. Your stupidity, Major Joker. How we doing? Finally got Banshee to level 4. Let's go, dude. It is a journey to get there, man. It is a journey to get there, dude. Yo, Edshot, what's going on, man? How you doing this morning, dude? Welcome. Glasses are dirty. Welcome, man. You watched some of the videos? All right, dude. Let's go, man. Thank you. Thank you for watching, dude. You have Handshake at level 4, and now I'm busy trying to get Gunny level 4. Gunny level 4 isn't too bad. I found that was kind of the easiest one to get. I think I got Gunny level 4 first. All right, man. We kicking this morning off with a one-shot lychee, dude, from the game. This is the in-game version of the one-shot energy. We've got it here. This may be our new favorite flavor. It just may be a new favorite flavor. You're 700 rep away from Artisan being level 4 too. Artisan is tough. Hey, I'm glad you're doing good. Eradicator, good morning, man. I'm 1k rep away from Lab Rat level 4. Nice. Major Joker, dude. I'm sorry if you're being serious. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke or if you're being serious, but sorry that you've got that news, man. Hopefully, you know, they caught it soon enough that you're able to do something about it, man. Yo, Evans, what's going on, man? When do I work? I work after the stream. So I usually end at 10 during the week, and then I jump in the shower and I head to campus by 11. So I'm on campus by 11. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I know several people that have battled with cancer, and you know, I wish you the best of luck there, man. Yeah, absolutely, man. Seen your video about PvP and PvE being easy to switch between the two. Very easy to switch between the two, man. You know, I've got another video that I plan to post tomorrow to like piggyback off that one. That gives my opinion, but I'll give it again. I think there's a couple ways that they can do it. And again, this is not how they are going to do it. This is not what they've shared that they're going to do it. But this is just my initial thoughts when I heard that they're not planning. I don't know if I would say planning, but they're testing. They're trying to see how and what is the best way to go. First and foremost, I think that they have to figure out and take a bigger stand on the cheating before they do anything, because right now it is a good escape when you are overrun with cheaters to just go back to PvE, right? And if it's a completely different sandbox there, that will have an effect on people coming over to PvP from PvE and vice versa. So getting that out of the way, very important. Yo, your stupidity coming with the 39 months of subs. I don't know why. I thought we fixed that. Maybe we didn't fix it on this screen. 39 months of subs. Dude, 39 months of subs. Holy cow, man. Thank you for the 39 months of support, dude. The best thing you can ever do is to support the channel, man, is by just subscribing to it, man, on Twitch here. That really means the world to me. But 39 months of it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 39 months, dude. Holy cow. We also got Master Luke coming with the 5-stream streak. Let's go. So to answer the question though, the way that I look at how they could potentially do a change to how PvE and PvE works together is one of two things. The first thing would be that you have separate accounts, right? And when you start the character, you choose where you're going to play that character. And then that inventory would stay locked with that version of the game. So either Warfare or Joint Ops, right? And then if you wanted to start a character on PvE, you would then start your character and select the PvE mode, the Joint Ops mode, and then you would have your character there. When you initially start any character on Gray Zone, you get your edition bonus, right? So if you have the supporter edition, you get everything, right? If you have the other editions, you get what comes with those. So that's where you would start with that. That being said, I think the best way forward is to keep the stashes respective to the mode. What I think could easily transfer over would be the level. So your operator level 40, whatever, you know, and the vendor level. Those are the things that I think should cross over. Missions are repeatable, so I think doing all the missions in PvE shouldn't transfer to doing all the missions in PvP. You should have them there, with the exception of the starter town. Make that an option to skip, right? Be like, no, I'm done with that. I'm not going to do that, right? Or I've done that before. I'm going to avoid that. So, like maybe, you know, how it gives you the option to skip the tutorial where you like run over stuff and do it. Like have that be the option. If you do the tutorial again, you're going to have the starter town quest. Like have it say that, right? And if you can't, if you skip it, you will skip all of your starter town tasks, right? Those things are, like that to me makes the most sense. That way you're not going over to PvP PvE and getting $1 million, having a ton of gear, and then just coming over to PvE or PvP and either dominating or losing it there, right? That the money is not shared. You need to make your money on both. Now, again, this is my own thing. This is not what they're doing. This is just me making shit up. If they did that, I think it may discourage some players from coming to PvP. But I also think that in the long run, it's going to help for things like gear fear, right? That things you're going to play cautiously on PvP. You're not going to, do anything that's going to get you, lose all your stuff and bottom out. So I think it is challenging. It's a challenging conversation, and I don't know what Madfinger is going to do about it. We don't know. We have no idea yet. They may not do anything, right? They may not do anything until later. So it will be interesting to see what they end up doing. Again, I think the cheating problem, it should be their top priority right now. Like, putting out these patches is great, and adding these new things is awesome, and I love them. But it's all for nothing if the cheaters ruin the game, you know? If they fix that, you'll come back. What if they fix what? The cheaters or the ability to go back and forth from PvE to PvP? So that is another good point there, Major Joker, is that and we've talked about this a ton. We've given them a ton of feedback too on how it's very punishing to be the victor in a fight when they own all the cops near you. And so we've talked about a couple things like, so let's just, for example, let's just say that we own Bronco, right? That we have control of Bronco, but the enemy has control of Savannah and Night, right? So we're here, or we're over here, lounging around, and we get in a fight. We win that fight. By the time that we are we've geared up and looted up this guy, he's already running back naked with probably a shotgun and some grenades, right? And they have a 50-50 shot or whatever of killing us, dude. And if we're not paying attention, they could kill us very easily. And then, let's say that we kill them again. They decide to run back and kill. They can come back instantly again. No punishment, no nothing happens to them, and that's that, right? I feel like that needs to change. Now, if you look, Savannah is on the outside. It's not even actually technically part of this region. It is part of this sawmill region. Savannah is in the sawmill region, and same thing for Night. Night is in the Lima region, in the YBL region. So the only cop that is actually in the Fort Nerith region is Bronco. And so my suggestion to them was, once you spawn at a cop, it puts that cop on a 30-minute cooldown. So you can spawn there. You choose to spawn there. You can do that. Now, even before we get into it, my other recommendation was when you die that you have your thing, and then there's a respawn button. And if you respawn at cop button, takes you to a map of the cops that you currently have occupied, and you're able to select which one you go to, right? Versus it just being whatever the closest one is, right? I think they need a way for you to choose where you are respawning, because sometimes spawning there isn't the play. Sometimes it would be spawning at Aquila, come back from a different angle, right? But in my theory, or my pitch to them was, once you spawn in a cop after death, it goes on a 30-minute cooldown, right? And then you have to decide whether you're going to run back naked or you're going to gear up and go back and try to get in that fight. If you run back naked and you die again, you cannot spawn at Savannah. You've got to now choose a different cop. So that means maybe Night, right? And then let's say you spawn at Night. Now Night is also on a 30-minute cooldown, right? You've got a much longer run back to your body here, right? If you're trying to attack them. But it's got now both of these are cut off. So if you go back, let's say you go back here and you get shot by an AI and you die because you weren't paying attention, both of these are gone. Now, if you own Cobra, that's your only choice. Or if you own Aquila, that's your only choice. Like, every time that you spawn at a cop, it should start a countdown. I think this is the most basic way and easiest way to put some sort of roadblock in this infinite spawn of just running back naked and throwing grenades and using a shotgun to kill people. Like, you gotta, they've got to do something. I've also seen people talk about when you come back, if you spawn at a major cop, you have less damage. If you spawn at a minor cop, you fully have to heal. If you spawn at the base, back at the base camp, because they have now introduced the medical tent here, the medical bay, you're fully healed if you come back here, right? That would make sense to me, right? If you spawn at base, you are fully healed. But if you spawn out in the wild at one of these cops, that you also have, you have to do medical things before you can run back. So if you got killed, maybe you have blood loss and you have to refill your blood, or maybe there's, organ damage. So maybe if you spawn at a minor cop, you have organ damage and blood loss that you have to repair, and maybe some bandages or whatever. And if you spawn at a major cop, maybe it's, still blood loss. Maybe it's not an organ that you need to repair, but you still have bandages or whatever that you need to put on, right? But there needs to be a stopgap between all of those things that make you pause, right? Because just running back with no damage whatsoever is not the way. You know what I mean? But see, this gives you the option, right? Like, I think you deserve an attempt, right? I think you deserve an attempt to get back and get in the fight. I think it's important how you choose to do that. There are people that could disagree with me and say they shouldn't be able to. There should be the no timer to respawn at the base and a 2-minute timer to respawn at a cop, and I'm actually okay with that too. But I do think you deserve somewhat of a chance to get back in the fight. That being said, I think there needs to be some punishments for spawning at a cop versus spawning at the base, right? Especially if they've got a bunch of loot on them, you're gonna fill up, you're gonna get fat and heavy, and then now you gotta crawl your way back to Bronco or whatever to get there. So I think there's a lot of ways that they could do this. These are just my ideas. So again, this is not what they're doing. They have not announced any of this. This is just me using my brain to make up things, You think it would be good if they just removed the smaller cops? I don't know, man. I don't know. I like, when you look at it objectively from like a mission standpoint, coming to an area and saying, hey, I'm going to go do these missions in these areas. You want to grab something, right? The small cops are very easy to get. And they don't, give you a full thing. Maybe they need to change what is available at the smaller cops, right? So maybe they limit the vendors' sales in the smaller cops to munitions and health items, right? Like, and your inventory. But you can't buy your full kit. Maybe they limit it to, a few things from each vendor or something, right? And then in the major cops, you have full access to the vendors. I do think that when a cop gets attacked, the vendor should close shop, though, 100%. Vendor should 100% shut the doors, be like, you guys figure it out. I'll be here, I do agree. You are right. The killer does deserve the ability to loot the kill, right? And again, the previous statement that I said about the other thing still stands here, because none of this works if they don't fix the cheating situation, right? So, like, if they don't put better detection, if they don't take a bigger hammer and block these fuckers and hardware ban them, like that is the future of what it's got to be, man. Because I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Maybe You know, maybe they have another not vulture like guy, but maybe there's just instead of all of the vendors being available at the cops, maybe it's just like a middleman, right? And they sell a little bit of everything that everyone has, and you can transfer tasks to them, and they will deliver it to Handshake or whatever. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's the play. You introduce a new vendor that is at all of the small cops, right? That plays a middleman type of vibe. No depot or locker, the smaller ones would fix a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, I think that, but I mean, if you spawn at a smaller cop and you can't access your locker, how are you supposed to re up, right? Let's just take out because we can't look at this just from the PvP lens. We have to look at it from both perspectives, right? We have to look at it from the PvP side and the PvE. PvE, you're capturing these cops so that you can have respawn places if you get killed by AI, right? And you have a closer place to drop off your gear when you go and loot it, right? So you still need access to your depot, right? They won't fix it until they get longer down the road and a bigger population. Well, which came first, the chicken or the egg, man? You know, right? They want a bigger population. They're going to have to fix things, right? They're going to have to keep moving forward regardless of where their numbers are. They're aware that the numbers have dropped drastically based on the cheating in the PvP side. I think I don't know what the numbers look like from a PvP or PvE side. Obviously, I feel like there's more people playing PvE than there are playing PvP, but it just we've they're going to push forward regardless, right? Once the cop is under attack, you shouldn't be able to access your stash because people abuse that. So what do you say? They have 100 grenades in their stash and they're just going in their stash and getting their grenades. I don't necessarily see a problem with that. But I think what you're saying is that they maybe depot their gear and they're naked now and then they fight you. Is that what you're saying? The courier would be a cool vendor. Coming back, they should add a thing where they have some sort of safe zone around the LZ or cops, not get shot and not be able to shoot within that zone to prevent LZ campers or cheaters. Um, there is technically a grace period after you get off the chopper that you are invincible during. No one can kill you. But that isn't. It's only like 7 seconds long. Um, it's not ideal. I also worry that you know these guys are just gonna learn where that line is, wait for you to cross it, and then you're dead, right? You've seen a lot of people just dropping their gear and putting on a dead, crappy AI kit. So maybe that's the thing, right? Like, I think they're gonna have to tune in their AI a little bit because there's sometimes that a cop will stay active and like pissed off for a long time. Like it's always flashing. So I think they'll have to maybe rewrite the code there on like what the perimeter is of the guards. You know, the guards reaction to an awareness of things, because if you are here and you're defending the cop and you've got all your gear and you've got a laser designator and a bunch of other loot in your backpack, and you think you've killed everybody, but the cop is still flashing and you see no one and it's been a couple minutes, you're screwed, because the moment that you like step out, maybe they're hiding over here, right? Like, I think there needs to be a perimeter like that is specific to it, so that once it doesn't last that long. I think there's tweaks that could be done to make that. I would be okay with the locking of the overall depot aspect and vendor aspect at a cop, 7 seconds is way too short. I agree. 7 seconds is a little too short. But yeah, 15 seconds isn't good either, right? Like, maybe meet in the middle, but there's a lot of these problems aren't easy fixes, man. And that's why I always say, if we're going to be critical of the game, at least come with some ideas, right? At least come with some like direction on how to fix the thing, right? Because it's very easy to just bitch, right? And be like, that sucks and I hate this game, like, do better. Like, that's not helping anybody. But if we're all like contributing to, hey, this doesn't feel great, man. This doesn't feel good. What about this? Like, this may be a shit idea, but like, I don't know, maybe we do this instead, right? And like, at least then at that point, you're contributing something positive to the conversation, Remove the LZs and paradrop. Yo, it would be cool as fuck to jump out of one of these choppers, dude. Not gonna lie. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen with the structure of how the choppers work, unfortunately. But I just there's a lot of things that would be like, oh, this would be so cool if they did this, but then they would have to just basically remake the entire game for a third time. You know what I mean? And we don't want that. They originally, I thought they had talked about smoke mortars, like doing like a dropping a smoke mortar on an LZ, before you got there, which I think is a very smart thing. It never came to fruition. I remember I could have swore they talked about mortars being available and smoke mortars. But I don't know, It would be cool to have a secondary AI chopper that follows you, gives you air support. That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. But imagine, let's say there's another dude. Let's say that you are at an LZ. You came there. You are trying to get out. You are not camping. You have just come there because your chopper has 45 seconds left, and there just happens to be another one landing right here, right? And you're hiding in a bush over here. Are you going to engage? Are you not going to engage? What do you do? Like, you're not camping this. You are literally trying to get the fuck out, right? You have a chopper coming. You know that when they get out and your chopper lands, they're going to turn around and try to kill you, right? You know that that's going to happen. So what do? And this is a big problem, because I think a lot of people that get killed at LZs assume that someone was LZ camping versus the other 8 scenarios that could have played out, right? Because it is possible that they were just trying to leave and you happened to land and they were like, well, it's either him or me. They're going to probably kill me when they hear my chopper, right? So it's like, it's very hard. I have tried to move away from the whole LZ camping thing and chalk that up mainly to the bad timing vibe, but like, it is tough to just be like, oh yeah, this guy's LZ camping. Now, if you go and you went and you are over here and you're on your map somewhere and you look and you're like, you see this dude and he's just sitting there, right? He's just sitting there and he's just sitting there for minutes. You should call that motherfucker out, dude. If he's like hiding in the bush, I remember we were here and there was a guy right here. And he was there for like 5 minutes. And I messaged him, are you LZ camping? He's like, sure am. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? That's no way to play this game. And he like started telling me to go fuck myself. And I was like, whatever. But like, call those people out. Ridicule those people, man. If you see them in your faction doing that, man, absolutely go up to them. talk shit to them, because that's not the way to play the game, man. You're just making it worse for everybody. Yo, Arcade Bulls, what's going on, dude? Yeah, I worry that like a fix adding like a chopper that patrolled would make performance worse, right? Because I think we're all in the boat of we want the performance to stay the same, but we also want other awesome stuff, right? That is true. That could be smart if you know all you got to do is add that radius of detection on the LZs, and then you just give the voice line to the chopper pilot. Be like, we've got bogeys on in around the perimeter. Be careful. The zone is hot or whatever. Like they say something. I do worry though that in that case they just you end up learning where that perimeter is, how big it is, and then you camp outside of that, right? Like if they're actually camping, right? I do think choppers popping smoke at an LZ could be a cool thing, make it real hard to see anything. What if you were playing solo? Most players play solo. I also play solo. I don't know what that question is to. Well, that's what I'm saying. They'd have to make the landing smoke like a significant of smoke, right? Like not the pew and then just like slowly gets out. Like I'm talking like a full thing. That's going to take a lot of processing power though. So you know, that could be tough. Um, Tone Bones. So I disagree with you there because the thing is, we got a PvP update 0.3. That was the PvP update, right? They knew that they had to do and focus on some PvE stuff for 0.4, and so there was really nothing from the PvP side that was touched in the 0.4 update. Um, I also think that is why the PvP is the first to show signs of fracture with the community, is because there have been no updates to PvP, right? I wholeheartedly imagine, and I'm willing to put my money on it, that the very next update is going to have a ton of PvP updates in it again. Maybe it will be more balanced and there'll be PvP and PvE updates, but I'm almost certain there's, based on the structure of how these updates have happened, that the next one will focus a lot on PvP again. And I think they're trying to please both parties, but the 0.3 update was a massive PvP update. The fact that the cops exist, that is a sole PvP thing. Sure, you have cops on PvE, but have you played one? Have you attacked one? Have you walked up and just hit the button because someone already owned it? That's not fun at all, man. Like, again, this is a whole other conversation because we could talk for hours about this, about what I would want them to do to make PvE more engaging, but that's just not a thing, you know? So like you got to remember, man, this is a small independent team, right? So fixing things last time with patches or now with patches, there is like a structure of what their plan is, as well as what is needed, right? So when something breaks, it has to get fixed. So all effort is going to be pushed at that. And we cannot forget that this is a dev team of just shy of like 100 people, right? This is not Call of Duty that has 3 fucking major studios working on the game, thousands of people, right? This is maybe at max. I'd have to actually ask and get a number now. 100 developers, dude. Maybe. It's probably less than that. I think they said 100 staff members, right? And so that includes people that actually are not developing the game. So like Rick, for example, he works PR, right? Corey, Devil Dog, right? He is the creator manager, right? Like they work for Madfinger. They're included in that number, but they're not devs, right? So like it's well, they are devs, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're not coding the game, right? We have to remember that these fixes are not easy, and it takes time and people, right? And so to expect them to fix PvP stuff in a patch, that's unrealistic in my opinion. You know what I mean? What game map is this? It's called Gray Zone Warfare. We're just chatting right now, man. We're just chatting about. I wish there was no PvE. So, that is an interesting thought, because I think that there is people that wish there was no PvP. You know what I mean? I think that conversation can go both ways. Would we be in an Arc Raiders situation or a Marathon situation right now if that was the case, if the only option to play this game was PvE? I think we would. I don't think the game would have sold as many copies. I don't think the game would be as popular as it is. I think that the PvE community is keeping the game afloat at the moment, to be honest with you. Now, is that because of the massive amount of cheating? Yes. Are there other things there that I feel like play into this? Absolutely. But to just say, no, they should get rid of PvE and make it a PvP only game, I don't think it's the right move, man. I think both can exist. Look at Arc Raiders having a PvE only mode. Look at Marathon coming with a PvE only mode. Look at Arena Breakout coming with a PvE only mode. Gray Zone has been on the forefront of that from the beginning. They would not. I don't think they would go backwards. I would not play if they didn't have PvE. Exactly. Yeah. I am not saying that get rid of PvE. I think that there should be some separations between, like, not fully, like we talked about this earlier, but like, I think PvE is holding this game's, hair back right now. So I don't think it should go anywhere. I don't think it should go anywhere. Can we talk about stamina, dude? I have some thoughts about stamina. First and foremost, I know that we know that like skills are coming in an update. Now, when that update is going to be, I don't know. Kind of needs to be soon, because it is getting really frustrating to not be able to progress your character. We're level 35 now, and we still have the same strength, stamina, and everything else that everybody else does that maybe just started this game, right? There's no, you don't get anything for ranking up. And I think that's absolutely backwards. At minimum, as you rank up, you should get like a little another notch of stamina or something, it just, they need to introduce a little blue pill for stamina. Lol. You know what I mean? Like there's something. Here's what I will say. I will say this. I think that if you look in the top left-hand corner of my game, you will see. Oh, I forgot. I gotta do. Hold on. We gotta make some moves here. Where's my camera? Yeah, I forgot they changed this while we were traveling. Had to add another redacted. Okay. Fix that. So if you look at the top left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see our stamina bar, right? And on the stamina bar, we have a left side, which is arm stamina. So if we hold up our rifle, we'll see that that one starts to go down the longer that we have it. If you hold our breath, it goes a little faster. So arm stam is a thing. We also then have stamina for running on this side, and then if we do this, the fast run, it goes even faster. My thought, though, is there's nothing worse than getting off a chopper, and let's say that there is fire. Let's say that there is someone that's shooting you. So let's wait for full stamina, and our goal is to take cover behind that generator right there, right? So we get off and we do the speed run. Like, we're already gassed by the time we get here. Now, let's just say in realistic scenarios, we ran out of stamina by this point, because most cases there's not cover that close to an LZ, right? Like, you've got to run pretty far to get out of it. And most of the time, if you do the super tactical run or whatever they call it, you end up like losing it, and then you're just going this. You're exhausted and you're going this slow while you're getting shot at. I don't think that's fun or good or should be a thing. I do feel like the tactical sprint should be its own bar. Should be its own bar, and then you still have your normal stamina left after you've depleted your run, your tactical run, because it just doesn't. There's nothing worse than running away from something, trying to get to cover, and then you just like, oh no, I just stopped here, and now I'm walking, and now I'm getting shot, and now I'm dead, right? I agree. I understand. I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware that the energy drinks and the one-shot energies and those things give you stamina boost. We're all on the same page there. We know this. We know this. What I'm saying is, at its base, it doesn't feel good, and it could use something. It could use something. There should be two separate. They should not. The tactical run shouldn't deplete your overall stamina. It should be its own bar. Yeah, and if you jump, it takes that too, right? And I get that there needs to be that, and that's fine. But I just think that the tactical run is very cool, but it's so limited, and the fact that it uses your actual stamina like doesn't make sense to me. And yes, the things that you can drink to boost your stamina. So this, arm stamina boost, body stamina boost. Like, you barely feel this, dude. It's barely noticeable. Where's our one shot? It's barely noticeable. And in a game where you can't get any more stamina or strength or any other stats, like skills, I keep calling them stats. Now that stats are in the game, I gotta fix that. Without any other stamina boosts that you earn through ranking up, it just kind of feels bad. Where do I rank in military extractions? Oh man, that's tough. That's a tough question, because I think they're so different than Gray Zone. Like, Gray Zone is my top game that I like to play, right? But Tarkov is still the king of the category. You know what I mean? With everything good and bad about Tarkov, it still is in the first place position, right? That is what everyone is trying to dethrone, not necessarily flat out, but that's just like, people look at that game and go, wow, this not only has an insanely dedicated audience, it's top 10 usually on Twitch. The player numbers are solid. Good or bad with however you feel Nikita's feeling today, you know, like it's still up there, man. You got to remember they've already had 10 fucking years of development, right? So like they're way ahead in the race. They have an advantage in that. Arena Breakout, very similar to Tarkov. Obviously, you could make the comparisons there all day because they are very close. But that being said, I would even say that Arena Breakout is more of a PvP game than Tarkov is. I would put it in the same category as Delta Force and those other games like it, right? Obviously, you've got Arc Raiders in there too. You've got Marathon in there too. It's tough, man. They're all so different in scope that it's hard to make a comparison of them all. And the thing is that there doesn't have to be a necessarily like, oh, this is the tier list, right? Like of these are the best games, because that's purely like opinion based, right? Like it's not necessarily going to be like the end all be all, right? Like you like this side, so that one's going to weigh higher for you than it may for me. I just think that all of these games can exist and be fun, and you can play them all and have a good time. And sometimes you lock into one and then you move to another one when maybe that you've played through it and you've experienced everything there is to experience, and you play something else, man. And that's what we do. That's all we do. We will not play Gray Zone if we are ending the stream every day mad and upset and frustrated. We're gonna play something else, dude. Right? I am very upfront about burnout when it comes to content and making it. And I love this game and I'm having fun. Am I frustrated with some of the things that are going on in the game? Absolutely. But I will not risk my burnout to just keep playing a game, because I feel like I have to, right? Like I'm not going to do that. So I think that's an important thing that we've all got to pay attention to, is like, if you're starting to feel burnt out in a game, go play something else, dude. Don't ruin this game. I've ruined too many games because I just kept playing them well after I was already burnt out on them. And now I can't really play them at all anymore, and that sucks. Because there's so many good things, so many good games out there that, you miss. Yeah, Gray Zone is still in its own category, but at heart, to me, it's always going to be an extraction shooter. I know that it's an open world, and that gives it its biggest difference, and I think that is an advantage that Gray Zone has over the others, but to me, it's still always going to be in that category. Is there a good balance of PvP to PvE? So again, there's two modes. You can play the PvE only mode, or you can play the PvPvE mode. I think it's a good balance. There's times when you can go out into the world and not run into anybody and just quest and loot the whole time. And there's other times when you're doing that and you're like, hey man, I haven't run into anybody, and then bam, you get killed by a dude, right? Like they heard you and they've been tracking you and they got you, So it is that there are times when you have to kind of go hunt out PvP. Right now, there's probably some action happening over here. We got a lot of guys at Bronco, and then obviously they have all three of these cops over here. The other enemies do, so that could be a thing. I don't see any like other PvP action happening on the map, but there is a lot of red. There's a lot of red on the map, so there's things happening here, right now. So I think there is a good balance. It's not as crazy, and I think that you got that is part of the open world aspect of this game. If you go into a Tarkov or Arena Breakout or any of these like session based games where you have to matchmake into it, your map is just going to be like this big, right? It's just going to be this area, and you're going to spawn here, someone's going to spawn over here, and someone's going to spawn over here, and someone's going to spawn over here, and then you all have to like cross the map to get to your extracts, right? And like you loot along the way, you do some missions along the way, and you're going to run into people, right? Like if there's 16 potential other players here in this small of a window, you're going to run into them. But now, in Gray Zone, the size of this location is just as big as the size of this location and this, and it's all on one map. And so if there's only 16 players in this faction, 16 players in this faction, and 16 players in this faction, you're losing, you know, some of them to the world, right? And so I'm over here doing stuff. Maybe all of the other people are only over here doing stuff, right? So you're not always going to run into people like you would in a session-based game, but you can, right? You can seek out those things. You can go to these cops that's made, like, you could go to Westmore. They currently own Westmore. We could take it over. Maybe there's somebody at Westmore, right? Like maybe they're hiding there. Maybe they're AFK there. You know, like you can go in there, take them out. And once you take it back from them, if there's someone over here doing a mission, they're like, well, I got to go get that back. So now they want to come and retake Westmore. So like going and capturing all of the cops in the area has become part of the in-game loop for the PvP side of things, because you come here, I take this one, and then we're like, cool, let's go loot. We go in here to Midnight Sapphire, we're looting. All of a sudden, Tomahawk has been lost, you know, and then Westmore has been lost, and Argos has been lost. All of a sudden, we're now stuck in Midnight Sapphire, and the enemy has taken all of our respawn points and our depots. So now we've got to go and fight them back, and that is the challenge. So that's kind of the loop in the PvP side, which is very fun when you don't get killed by a cheater. You know, that is a very fun part of the game. So I think that is like the challenge. Is sometimes you have to go find the PvP, sometimes it finds you. Using your ears is very important. If you're in an area and you don't see any blue things around you and you're hearing a bunch of shots, it means that there's another player there. So you should be creepy, you should be like sneaky and like be very cautious about you firing your weapon until you know where that other person is, right? If you're in the hotel and you hear shots over here, I'm looking out these windows. I'm maybe not I'm standing on the roof on the corner, because then you look, just like a target for them if they actually look up at the hotel. But if there's someone in this villa over here, I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna like look in this direction. If I can see them, I'm taking a shot, dude. You know what I mean? So like that part becomes very fun, You think the enemy color should be mapped to the faction? Yeah, I think it would be nice to know who owns what. Personally, and I hate to say this to my Lamang fans, but I do really feel like Lamang, I do feel like there should be two factions. I think the 3 faction splits up the player base too much, if I'm being completely honest. What I would do is I would move Midnight Sapphire to maybe over here, and I would put Crimson right here, and then you have Mithras down here, and then you have all this other area over here to add new POIs, and then you double the choppers and the amount of players in each faction. So there's more players that you can work with in each faction. There's more choppers available for everyone. You're removing all of the assets that are needed over here. I love the idea of 3 or 1v1v1, but like at the same time, at the cost of performance and the low numbers of Lamang people, like I just feel like if we just did the 2 here, now there's a top and a bottom, and you fight in those, like you're equally distance apart. Like it just makes a lot of sense. I don't know. And guys, I have submit all the things that I talk about, dude, especially the things that I talk about passionately. Trust me, I have submitted all of that feedback to the devs. They have heard from Dammit Bennett quite often and frequently. Like it is definitely something that I give them my 2 cents all the time. So much so that when 0.4 came out, Rick reached out to me to apologize that there wasn't any updates to the custom servers, because I've given so much feedback on the custom servers that he was under the impression that I really wanted this stuff to happen. I was like, no, I'm just giving you feedback. Like, that's cool. I don't want you to work on the custom servers till later. the game is the most important thing. Like, I'm just giving you my 2 cents of what I've experienced and how I've done and all the things, blah 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 blah. You know, like, so like I give them a lot of feedback. Whether they take it or not is a different story. So I don't know, but I definitely, trust me, I submit as much information about my thoughts on the game and what I think is good. And I talk about it here all the time too. So sometimes I just upload the video. Sometimes I write it out. Like, it's a whole thing. It's cheating rampant. The cheating has, there has been a pretty big uptick in cheating lately, unfortunately. Fortunately, that is a thing that has happened. So if you feel like you died suspiciously, it's worth reporting. It's worth reporting. Lots of stuff happening at Bronco, but I don't see anything over here. All right, so the goal of today's stream was to do more first-time missions that we haven't done. Pretty sure we've done all these over here. Hey, look at that. First time mission. What comes up? We haven't done this one either. This one may be a better one to start with.
Raven, wheels up for base camp.
Discord or email, or go to the website. Yeah, to report cheaters, they have a thing that you can fill out. The question is, do we really need a fob on the playable map when we have all the cops? Once you can't take away the start of town is the tutorial, right? Start of town is the tutorial. That is going to be a thing that I think you can't get rid of, right? I think you need the fob, especially because they're gonna give us all like a hideout or something similar to that in the fob. We're all gonna have our own room or something. Yo, Jarhead coming in with the raid, dude. Thank you for the raid, brother. How's it going, man? Appreciate the raid, dude. How was your stream, Jarhead? I've been trying to ask you this question because I think you went to bed or like you left the last time you raided. You said that you're on your third go of the, maybe fourth by now, your third or fourth go of your playthroughs. What do you consider completed? Like how, like, is it, are you basing that on your missions completed, or are you basing it on the terminal initiative mission being completed? Like how do you measure a completed run? Are you actually going into the statistics and going to tasks and making sure that you've hit all of these? Is this how you're, like you go in and you make sure you've done that? Like how are you measuring completed, like a completed session? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying like that the fobs aren't accessible. That you fly on the chopper into an area. I don't know, because I feel like that would then have a loading, something to do with a loading screen, maybe. That may not work out, right? So it's a little bit of both until we get more clarity on not having to redo missions just to unlock new ones, so we can really go by a number anymore. Right, yeah, okay.
We're getting close. 30 seconds.
So it's like, whoa, that was a lot of trees, dude. We're dead. That chopper's down, bro. That's always what I thought about it, but that significantly changes the architecture of the game, because there are no loading screens, right? There are no loading screens. You are just in this world, and if you have to matchmake into this world, I don't think that I think that would change how this works. You know what I mean? I think it would drastically change how it works. Yo, Mr. Scott, what's up, dude? Did somebody just shoot at me? Just swore I saw like a bullet hit a bush next to me, like a little bit of smoke popped up. I forgot to unmute my headset, so I didn't hear anything. I mean, they've talked about the having your own room, having your own thing.
Streamer, look at chat. Look at chat, streamer. Streamer, chat, streamer, streamer. Look at chat.
Joker, why are you using that, dude? I thanked Jarhead for the raid. We've been talking to Jarhead specifically. Why would you use that? Yeah, emergencies only, man. Please. I have so much anxiety when that fucking thing plays that something happened. Yeah, don't use that unless like the screen goes black, the stream drops, like you know, something alarming, emergency purposes, right? If I miss a resub and or a raid or something, I'm like, I do not like missing those things. Obviously, it does happen, but that's not an emergency. So, and again, we thanked Jarhead for the raid. That happened 5 minutes ago. You know what I mean? All right, so I guess do we just go back? Do we? No, I don't know. There's nothing new over here for us, so I think we're gonna go Shepherd, and we're gonna go take Shepherd with this thing. It's okay, man. It's all right. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page with the emergency only thing, you know, and what that means. Wait, who's shot me? Oh shit! I don't even see this fucker. Who's still alive down there? Who's still alive? No, I've got the black box on me, so I have to turn it in. Dude, that guy was scary. All right, we're making progress. Remember the pure panic on his face the next time you do it? I was just like, what is happening? I'm like, I'm looking at everything, trying to figure it out. Like, what am I missing here? Currently doing your first playthrough and just completed the poppy fields. Feels like it took me forever. Dude, that one is a long one. What's my go-to gun at the moment? So it's so hard for me not to just love and use the DDM4 all the time because I do really like that gun. I do like the L403A1, which is this one. You can't get this until level 4 gunny though. It is a pretty solid gun as well. I really need to start building some AKs and giving them some playtime. I just end up not doing it. I don't know why. I just like these guns. I love the M4 style type of guns. I love the SVD, but usually I'd pair that then with an MP7. I don't typically like wasting mortars, but I feel like in this situation calls for a mortar that I can't send. Crap. It's 3. There was one there. Oh, shit. I should have got them all. Mother. Okay, no. Okay. I didn't see the thing in my backpack, so I thought I forgot to get it.
Objective secured. Shepherd is under our control.
A task, hand over, complete. And we'll have to do that one again for Lab Rat. That's also a thing that I think that these should show. It should show both of them. I don't know if it does or not. Yeah, we got this first time mission over here. Yep, thought that was gonna happen. Oh, great. Every freaking thing. I can hear my thoughts. No, the red circles are just, they go down quickly now. Oh, dude, I thought this was a... Holy crap. That scared me. All right, somebody's mad that I took this. That should get fixed by the stim. Are we rolling, boys? We ran through the bamboo forest. Stop here and see if there's anything fun. Do we get into PvP fights? We do. Is this PvP? It is. It's called Gray Zone Warfare. Is the name of the game. My guy was like whimpering there. Yeah, dedicated PvE servers are nice, man. I agree. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. So fucking badass, dude. So badass. Where's the DDM4 again? So Swoops, if you go to my page on TikTok, there'll be a little playlist at the top that says blueprints or like range and rifle magazine blueprints. And in there will be a tutorial on how to get the DDM4. Come on, guys, line up. A lot of nothing. All right. WComStags. Yeah, no worries, dude. Yeah, all of the blueprint videos are there. So if you're trying to get them all, they are all on that playlist. It should be. It's on my TikTok channel. If you go to the TikTok, at the very top of the page, you should see like playlists. Dude, when that plant came out of the ground, like when it popped up, let's see if we can back up and see if it goes away. Yeah, look at that. So the draw distance right here to this, to whatever that is. So the draw distance is like 50 meters, right? You should go here first. The draw distance is at 50 meters. So if you watch right here, this plant just comes out of the ground. That scared the shit out of me, as I thought that this was a player moving. That's kind of wild that it's 50 meters. Do I think they will add more blueprint guns? I do. I do think they will add more. I think that maybe next update we'll get, I don't know, a handful more. Maybe like 3, 4, 5 would be awesome. Because like this gun deserves its own blueprint. That would be super sick. I also wonder if there's a way that they plan to, when they introduce the weaponsmith, because I do feel like they're going to add a gun builder, like a better system. Because right now our system isn't great. We have a video that's coming out shortly that's going to talk about it. But it's not ideal, like currently, the way that you build weapons. I would like a much better fleshed out version of it. And I think that they'll do that within a like weaponsmith type of environment. We'll have to wait and see what they end up doing, but to me, that's just what makes sense. That being said, we don't have that yet. And it is a little, the way that we do things is a little cumbersome. So I would like to see them add that, but at that point, like, what if you gather up enough of the camo print materials? You know how they have the roll of camo print, and they have a couple of different fabrics. What if you have enough of those, and that is that's like the currency that you use to put prints on different weapons? You know, they'll still have some custom builds, right? They'll still have some custom blueprints that you go out there and find. In my mind, that would be cool, but also it would be neat if you could turn in, 4 rolls of the camo print. Hopefully we'll find one here at some point to... we'll find some here at some point to... Yo, that guy will bleed out. You want some broccoli? What if you had to turn in 4 of those things to get, to do a custom print? I think that would actually be pretty badass to be able to, like, unlock different custom things. And, like, if you've unlocked the blueprint for, the other weapons, that you would be able to apply those to other guns or something. Like, I don't know. I think that would be cool. I think that would be cool, dude. Eradicator coming out with the 16 months of subs, my dude. Thank you for the 16 months of subs, brother. Nope. I don't know why it keeps putting it there. Wanted there. Appreciate the 16 months of support. Again, chat, the best way to support the channel and me to be able to keep doing what it is that we do is subscribers here on this channel. So always appreciate the subs, especially when you guys do it to it, man. 16 months for Eradicator, 39 months for your stupidity coming in, dude. Let's go, bro. Gonna go touch these things now. American units? You want me to measure in meth pipes? What? Oh my god. I haven't talked to you since last year, man. I hope you're well. Hey, I'm doing good, man. How are you doing, dude? How are you is the real question. I'm fantastic. Okay, someone's been here, unless those are staged dead bodies. This is also one of their landing zones. I think this is the Lamang landing, special landing area. This update, you now have 4 LZs that are specific to your faction. And then I believe this one is the Lamang. Maybe not though. Maybe this is just an open area. I don't know. But I thought the Lamang one was on the other side that you couldn't get out, off the coast of Nomad. Yeah, I haven't had a kitchen in 2 months, dude. That fucking sucks, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Hopefully you've gotten that taken care of. Is the giveaway still going for the keyboard? The giveaway is still going for the keyboard. Goes till the end of the month. Goes to the end of the month, man. Alright, we're rolling over here to this guy. Transmit data. What do we got in here? Whole lot of nothing. Coffee, I guess. Whole lot of nothing. What gun is this? This is a new weapon. This is the L403A1. And it is pretty freaking solid, dude. Definitely worth picking up. You can only buy it from Gunny level 4. Where can I get the large key container? Tier 4. Tier 4. Artisan.
Contact. Shepherd is under attack.
Tier 4 artisan. Or as that one guy said, artesian. Which, if that's how you say it, that's way more fun. I do believe that that is actually on the ground. I do believe that that's actually on the ground. Well, that was fun. Might as well get down this hill before we... Oh, man, we really fucked him up, eh? Put the Raven team stock and MOE grip on it, and you've got a sick one. Dude, we should do that. Listen, the soda helps the bones grow back together. You gotta have the soda, dude. Yes, the monitor arms, dude. So we just chatted with the folks over at Wano and thank them for sending out all 3 arms. So we're gonna do a little project here this weekend. Take our arms and put them on the desk. Pretty excited about it. Yo! Your stupidity coming in with the 9 months of subs. Let's go, brother, dude. Sorry, 39. No, 39 months. Wait. No. Sorry, I had my thing down. Con Air coming in with the Prime sub. Thank you for the Prime sub, Con Air.
Attention, Shepard is no longer under
Appreciate the Prime sub. Sorry for my botched reading of that. My alert feed did not reset when I was looking at it earlier. Appreciate the Prime sub. As always, that is the best way to support the channel is by subscribing to this channel. You also don't get to see ads anymore when you do that, which is great. Plus, you get a bunch of emotes, fun little chat badge for every month that you subscribe. And yeah, the no ads is probably the most important part. I just see a tree. Okay, there he is. Saw like a tree firing and smoke coming out of the fire. Oh my god. Dude, your stupidity dropping the 5 gift subs, dude. Holy cow, man. Crispid Crunch. Dude, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, man. Holy crap. Complete this real quick. Who is shooting me? Dude, if you guys got a gift sub in that, make sure to thank your stupidity. Give them the big old thank you. Where were those shots coming from? That was very weird, was it not? Okay, no first time. Oh, damn it. All the way back here? All the way back here? Why was this not here when we were here before? Son of a... We couldn't be further away. All right, we'll go do Supernatural first. This is kind of like... Kinda here. Cruising about PvE at the moment, just past 1 mil save. Dude, let's go, man. Congrats to the fellow millionaire over there. Finally said screw it, got Twitch Turbo. Dude, Twitch Turbo's the best, man. I've had Twitch Turbo since it became a thing. When they first announced it, I was like, yes, please. I literally hate ads, dude. Ads suck, so. It always is funny when people are like, man, the ads are so bad, and I'm just like, I couldn't tell you, I don't see them. I don't see them. Turbo the mad's way, exactly, dude. Yeah, and you still support me by, so when the ads show up normally on a stream, if you have Turbo, those dollars still go towards the streamer that you're watching. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That Kirk guy is right. The drops are active for Turbo right now. You get a Twitch store discount if you join. So if you wanted to get like a, this is a TwitchCon shirt, but if you wanted to get a Twitch like merch item, if you get Turbo, you get a, what is it, 15% off? Yeah. Hey, you were right though. I did need to reload. I did need to reload, man. Nice little soda here. We have so many animated emote slots that we need to fill. My guy that does emotes, his calendar is absolutely swamped, so it's gonna take some time before we get some new ones. There was a poll that we did in Discord the other day on like where the direction of our emotes should go. So like right now, we kind of make emotes with our little rabbit beardy character, damn it beardy guy. And the question on the poll was, should we continue that? Or should we, of course, we're going to walk right into frickin' Winchester. No shot, dude. Or if we should make them in like more of my, like me in my likeness, if you will. And the poll in Discord ended with more people saying that we should make them in my likeness versus the beardy guy. Which I thought was interesting, seeing as we only have one of me. And I like our little bearded guy. But if that's what you guys want, that's what we'll do. I feel like somebody's lurking around somewhere. Maybe it's the fire barrel that I'm hearing. Damn it. It should be me with a cape soaring through the sky. Is there a story behind the crab? So yes, is there another dude somewhere? So the story behind the crab is my best friend. His name was John Carson, and best friend from growing up in high school. And his thing was always, if you guys are familiar with the music style called crabcore, it's like hardcore, but it's like pretty much invented by Attack Attack. It's like screamo, but they would like wear the guitars really low and they would get in like the crab stance during their music video. If when Jarhead raided that, there's a little bit of a clip of their song there in the raid music, but essentially my friend was obsessed with this music, and every time we saw him he would just be like doing the little crab thing, and that was just, he was honestly like the glue that held all of my friend groups together. He's a great guy. He's a Full Sail grad. Used to work on House Hunters. He did the audio for House Hunters. If you've ever watched House Hunters, maybe the episode was done by him. But he also shot and directed a bunch of music videos that I was in. He actually starred in 3 of the music videos I was in, which is always funny. Unfortunately, he passed away. He had a heart condition since he was born. One of his valves didn't work properly. And after it's like what, his 31st birthday, he had a heart attack and died, and it was real tragic, man. But when we started streaming years later, when we needed to name like our community or whatever, like Crabcore just like instantly, it was like no brainer for me. So you all became the Cradcore unbeknownst to you. You just kind of became it. So give the people what they want, more Bennett emotes. And that's kind of like the origins of the Crabcore on the channel. It was more in a memoriam type of vibe than anything. But it also kind of stuck with my past music history. And wait, why are you injured? Oh, maybe it's this guy is in a coma. That's just kind of where it came from. And then the bearded guy actually started because when I first started streaming, the game I streamed was Destiny. And if you've played Destiny, you know what the Jade Rabbit is, which is a weapon. But the logo for the Jade Rabbit I thought was the fucking coolest logo ever. And it was also the very first emblem that I found when I was in the alpha playing on PlayStation. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. So I was real stoked on it. And so I started using that kind of as like my makeshift logo. And then I got a nice little letter from Bungie saying, hey man, you can't do that. This is our IP. This is our intellectual property. You can't use it as your logo. And so I started to make a variation of that. And so I chopped an ear off. I made him a zombie and started building that. And eventually I hooked up with David Reese, who does a ton of different content creators emotes on Twitch. And that's where we fully fleshed out my original idea to what you see now, with the beardy emotes. So these guys are David's. They went through a couple other different emote artists over the years, but these are all these are some of David Reese's ones. So the ones that look like that style, those are what we would continue to do. But eventually, yeah, I just ended up at that. So that's where the beardy comes from. Okay, one on. Pretty sure I gotta go over to wherever this is. Yeah, no, it's very, you know, always a story behind it for sure. Oh, wow, Kurt. Kurt. God, no. Bro. What is that even, dude? What is that even, bro? What am I even looking for here? All right, this is the tent. You're claiming an unreserved spirit residence. Find a tent. With some luck, you might uncover a clue about his whereabouts. Okay, we found the tent. This is where the zoom in helps, so we know that we're inside the thing. Ah, diary. Pastor Gator. What is the game name? It's called Gray Zone Warfare. Gray Zone Warfare is the game. Dude, Kurt, I still have it up. It is horrific. It looks like, you know when people say that I look like the dude from Parks and Rec? Nick Offerman? It looks like Nick Offerman and not me. Damn it, I missed both of them. I don't know how they have 65-meter visibility on me when I can't even see them. They gotta fix this tree thing. This shouldn't happen. I have visibility here. I should not be able to, like, what is happening? They need to fix that. It's really annoying. Yo, Cameron, what's up, dude? I think they're dead. I think they're dead. Is this server empty as fuck? I mean, not really. There is a ton of red. We're also going out of our way over here to do a bunch of random side tasks. We also just had a chopper fly over us, so it's not dead.
Objective secured.
They have. We've gotten mortared at one of them. They didn't kill us, but we definitely got mortared. Gotta go run to our thing now. Been busy with voice acting lately. Let's go, dude. Oh my god, died. The two of you. The two of you, dude. Yo, Geezy420 coming in with a tier 1 sub for 2 months in a row, man. Thank you for the resub. Welcome back, dude. Appreciate the resub, man. What am I doing? Where am I going, Bennett? Appreciate the resub, dude. As always, again, guys, the best way to support the channel is subscribing to the channel here on Twitch. It helps me continue to do the thing. And you don't have to see ads anymore, which is fantastic. And you get some fun emotes. Get some fun emotes. Yeah, this is nightmare fuel, you guys. Can't believe I'm going to show this to you. This is what's staring at me on my other screen. This is what's staring at me on my other screen. This is what Kurt sent to me. He said, I tried to... This is what he said. I tried to use AI to remake the Keck W emote with your face and it failed spectacularly. What is this thing, dude? This is awful. This is terrible. This is terrible. It's cursed. It is cursed. Why would you do this to me, dude? Why would you do this? Why would you do this to me? Why, Kurt? He hates me. He hates me, chat. It's perfect. Lol. You know, someone would chalk this up to LZ camp, and I'm over here just trying to live my life, you know? That sounded like it was... Oh, there is a guy behind me. Okay. I wonder if that guy could see him out there. Sounds like he ran that way towards the boathouse. I don't see him.
Eyes on Gator. Hostile activity detected.
He did not run that way. He flanked hard right. Swarm nades. Still don't see him. Did you get him?
I got one.
Oh, you got one? Okay, there's only one. Yeah. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing. We'll take that and call it a day. I don't know if I got him or he got him, but I don't know. Statistics, combat. No, he got him. Damn it. How many bullets do I need to put in this guy, dude? We saw that blood splatter go everywhere, man. Game name is called Gray Zone Warfare, dude. Go. Yeah, it's still in early access. There will be more content for sure. Scared me for a second there. All right, task. Investigate the secluded house north of Manpa. Pretty sure we found our guy. Nice looking camera. It's a nice looking camera there, dude. All right, that first time task is done. Not a first timer. Oh, we got another one over here, so we gotta go all the way over here now. Wait, what is this one? I didn't even look what it was. Oh, that's just a collect. That's just a collect. We need buckets of grease. Buckets of grease. They're pretty easy to find, yeah. Industrial areas? Okay, well, we're HUD there now. I'm trying to kill you guys. I'm just trying to pass through, but now you piss me off. Now you piss me off, man. Oh no, we talk. No, nothing. We're not talking here. Carry on. Yeah, I found grease in pretty random areas too. We actually had at least 2 of them before, and then we just never. I think we sold them because they were just taking up space. We were gonna go over that way, but I actually kind of want to go through the boat area because I feel like that could have some. Might as well take diamond while we're over here. We're in PvP. PvP. Yo, Pesky, what's up, brother? How you doing? Any news on night sights? We don't have any night sights yet. They haven't mentioned it either. There is night vision that you can use, but no actual sights that work with night vision or a night vision scope or anything like that. Would be super dope if they had it, but... Get me killed here. Thought that was landing. Capturing.
All call signs, we've taken control of Diamond.
I do believe they did mention it, but I don't think, again, they've also mentioned that canted sights were going to be a thing, and that's not a thing yet either. So, you know, I think we just have to wait and see. What is the game called? It's called Gray Zone Warfare. Yep. I swore I heard someone walking. Dude, I swear I heard someone fucking walking, dude. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. No way. Was that just me? Maybe I was like still moving or something? I don't know. That was so weird. This is a game where if you hear something, it's you heard something. You know what I mean? Like, kind of scary there was no one over there. A lot of motor oil over here. All this guy in there. What rifle am I using? I am using the L403A1. We've made some small adjustments to it. Nothing too crazy, but oh, hey. That's great that there's radiation in here. Awesome. Why is there radiation in here? Who is this? That's just fantastic. We're over here looking for grease and we just got blasted. Diaries over here. What is it? The lab storage code is 1428. 1428, guys. 1428. So this is very lore-driven area over here. Not much loot. All right, nothing of value here for us.
Be aware, friendly units inbound. Check your targets.
Thank you. All right. Virgo will come on the 5 streak, dude. Let's go, man. Newspapers are our lore, so we're collecting the lore. Because we do hope to make like a video on the lore. We do hope to make a video on it once we collect everything. But so if you go and look at the newspapers, you can read them. And it just kind of tells you what's going on that day. So July 5th, 2005. Just gives you a little insight into what's happening in Lamang. And there's our grease. We not have enough big enough spot for it? Damn, it's huge, bitch. Got a little bit of a floating thingy here. Hey, look at that. Look at that. And now we're very heavy.
Enemy presence confirmed at Diamond.
Son of a bitch.
Attention. Diamond is no longer under our control.
What the fuck? Was that the AI moving that we saw running, or was that a player? I'm confused. I'm confused, dude. What a dumbass, dude. You're terrible at this game. Stop. Just quit. Hate being on this side of the map because I can't mortar. Yep, he got my shit. He just sucked it up. He's a cheater? How do we know he's a cheater? Have I tried a Arena Breakout? I have. We do not know about like a flea market auction house. That would be cool, but we don't know. Fallen Angel, you gotta give me some more details on how he's a cheater. I mean, it was a very weird way that we died, seeing as we saw someone running, and then they ran backwards, and then they killed us on the other side of the rock. That was weird. High value loot to Vulture. It's all he'll buy. Oh, he killed our other guy too. Yep. How did we not kill that fucking guy right there, dude? How did we not fucking just headshot him, dude? He peeked the window and we fucking nailed him in the head. That always kills us, dude. Every fucking time. How do we not kill that guy? I don't understand how we didn't kill that guy, dude. On the back side of the house. Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, fucking right.
Heads up, you've got friendlies in the area. PID before engaging.
All right, so they're over here now. They're flanking me. Chopper fucking landing. Gonna have to do this. 2, 3, 4. Motherfucker. This guy again? Well, if you guys are saying this guy's cheating, we'll throw it in there. Fire kill you?
Yeah.
Did you guys report or nah?
That's important.
You said he's cheating?
Maybe.
I like that the guy that got off the chopper didn't kill me, but the guy all the way across the fucking map did. Best way to farm keys is loot every single body that you hit.
I like your beard.
Damn it, I thought this is where all those shots were.
Be advised, friendlies in your AO. Watch your fire.
Oh, he brought my gun out and then put it away. Still one in the jungle over here because this is the guy that got off the chopper. Yo, Cork, what's up, dude?
Engagement confirmed. Enemy PMC under fire.
Did our guy shoot him? Yeah, the magnifier is definitely blocking it. It needs a higher riser, which is weird that this is a something that he sells.
Enemy PMC inbound. We're taking heavy fire.
You bitch! And you spit on them, and you take their shit, and you call it a day. Is the door noise in that clip? So that scared the hell out of me. I'm like, where's the door, dude? What is this guy doing, dude? There was a chopper that was landing there when we were... Probably sticking out there. Oh! Don't know if we killed that guy. 146. Well, that's 146 is the guy that we just killed, so. Fuck! Hero 6. Don't know who that is. Hero 6. Hey, I went to full set like 10 years ago. Let's go, dude. Let's go. What is the game? It's called Gray Zone Warfare. That is the game. Appreciate it, dude. All right, here we go. Is this only on PC? It is only on PC currently. Yep. This is not Escape from Tarkov Mobile. This is called Gray Zone Warfare. You're thinking of Arena Breakout. Come on. No fucking armor. Wonder how Napoleon knows there's one guy coming to me. That was probably loud as fuck. There's one guy coming towards me. There's somebody moved down there. Obviously did not get him with my shotgun. Don't know why I shot, but why not? See? That was a dude. I actually fucking grazed them or something. I definitely grazed them. Oh man, imagine if I got the shotgun kill from that distance, dude. That would have been hilarious. It would have been absolutely broken, but very funny. You think I can't find you in my own fucking country? Three guy. That's interesting that they fucking knew where I was in the bush. How do you know I was in the bush, bro? You fucking cheating? This guy's fucking cheating, dude. Fuck these guys. Fuck them. Cheater on Gray Zone? No way, yeah. 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 Yeah, dude. It's getting fucking old, man, honestly. Oh, man. Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's the problem. Here's the problem, dude. Sure, it's great that I have a direct pipeline to people and I can send them the clips and be like, can you take a look? You know? And if they do get banned, they don't tell me, right? And then, I don't know, a week later, they're back in game with a similar name or the same name. The anti-cheat just isn't good enough, man. It's just not good enough. It needs to be hardware bans, like IP bans. Fuck these kids, dude. You know what I mean? It's just frustrating to just. Fuck. I just closed the game, Kurt, and your fucking picture popped up. Fucking jump scared me, dude. Oh my god. Okay. One day, yeah. But then this game will drop for consoles. Eventually, it will. But here's the question, man: is like, what does a console look like in 2028? You know what I mean? Like, what does a console actually consist of? Because they're already talking the next Xbox is going to be able to play Steam games. So is it even a console anymore, or just like a console-based PC? Which they're already kind of that anyways, but if they actually have access to Steam and can download and buy Steam games, are they still a console, right? So that's the real question is, does it need to come to console? And by the time that they said that it would come to console, which is after the 1.0 update, which is right now not slated on a specific date, but if we look at the roadmap that we had from before, that's looking like 2028, man. So, like, I don't know. You know, like, I don't know what that actually means, right? Is that a PS6? But if the PS6 plays Steam games, you know, like, why bring it to console? Why dumb down the experience if it already can play the thing that plays it? You know what I mean? How do you buy 99 things to 5 controller buttons? That is really, I think, going to be the biggest challenge, is making the controller feasible against other input devices. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge. So we'll have to wait and see. You know? Crimson Desert still hasn't figured it out, right? I haven't played Crimson Desert at all. But I don't know. I don't know, chat. One of those 2000s Mad Cat controllers, dude? Yeah. I mean, learning mouse and keyboard is the way, but I mean, I get from a accessibility standpoint the controller, but I for me, no, I wouldn't use it. So I work for a gaming company. So I work in esports. So I'm the director of esports growth and development at Full Sail University, which is a collegiate. We focus on collegiate esports. That's my full-time job, is doing that, which is awesome. And streaming and content creation and gaming all live in that world together, which is why I go to all these like gaming conventions and stuff, and that's where all those passes are from. But yeah, man, it's awesome. That's what I do during the week. So Monday through Friday, well, Monday through Thursday, I leave here. We end the stream at 10, and then I go to campus here in Orlando, and we do the thing. And then on Friday we stream all day. So Friday we just go all day. So, but yeah, one thing that I did want to point out, man, we're really gonna try to do that this weekend, but Wano, they sent me 3 freaking monitor arms for our whole setup, which I'm super excited about. These, we did some content with them at DreamHack. Exclamation point arm in chat if you want to check them out and see what it's all about. Dude, we're gonna have a nice little video and a breakdown. It's really awesome, man. Like solid build, dude. Really excited to put these up. Right now, our monitors are all actually wall mounted on monitor arms. But part of my goal is to convert this desk, which is a custom built desk, into like a standing desk. And in order to do that, the monitors need to be attached to the desk itself. So that's kind of a project that we're working on. And, you know, Wano, they reached out and they were going to be at DreamHack and they were like, hey, let's do some stuff. So pretty blown away that they just sent me three freaking monitor arms. You can check it out there if you're in the market, but this is the #1 sold monitor arm on Amazon, which is actually pretty sick, dude. So I got to chat with them at DreamHack to make some content they're going to post it on Instagram and stuff. So we'll be reposting it as well as making our little breakdown video. And yeah, man, pretty excited for it. But as always, you know, we always go and raid, you know, a fellow creator here in the Gray Zone community. So we're gonna go say what up to Creator, man. And yeah, I don't know. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your morning, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget to hit all the follow buttons and get in our giveaway, and take it easy. Peace.